Yesterday was a really important day. It was World Suicide Prevention Day, 10th of September every year. Now, suicide kills more people, more men under the age of 35 in this country than any other disease. Heart disease, lung disease, you name it, suicide is the biggest killer, and it's not spoken about enough. So today, I'm just going to talk you through a little bit about depression, mental illness, the link between that and suicide, and what you can do if you're in a bad place, or what you can do for somebody else who may have the courage to come to you and say they're not feeling right. So, what we've got to remember is don't fake it until you take it, because that's what we all tend to do. If you're in a bad place, because of the taboo, because of the stigma around it, people tend to fake their lives. So on the outside, it's a happy-go-lucky, sometimes really happy outlook they put to the world, but inside they're crumbling. And because they can't talk about it, because they can't open up to people, they end up taking it. And we've seen this in many examples. Robin Williams, there's been a number of celebrities and sports stars. You know, it's across the board. Men, women, everybody tend to fake it until they take it. So let's not get to that point. You know, Alcoholic Anonymous was called that years ago, Anonymous, because it wasn't cool. It was a bad thing. It was hidden. It was pushed under the carpet. And that's the same with depression and suicide. It's still taboo. It's still brushed under the carpet. It's not accepted. So let's get it more acceptable to talk about, because that's how we will stop people taking their own lives. So, what not to say if somebody does come to you and tell you that they're depressed? Don't say, oh, pull yourself together. Don't do that. It doesn't work. What I would suggest is that if somebody does come to you and open up to you, say, are you depressed? Or are you depressed? Now, if they're depressed, in other words, clinically depressed, there's a number of things you can say to them. Now, I've written these down because it's important. So, you can say, you are not alone. I am here for you. It is not your fault. You're neither crazy, lazy, or seeking attention. I understand it is not a character flaw. And the most important one, say to them, I will help you, and mean it. Second, ask what sort of thoughts they're having. If they do say suicidal, then here's some things not to say. Again, I've written it down because it's really important. I want to get this right. Don't say, come on, you've got so much to live for, or you're just looking for attention, you won't do it. Everyone that talks about it doesn't do it. Don't say that. Do say, and this is very simple, do say, don't do it. It works. Then you can go on to say, do you have a plan? Yes or no. If they do have a plan, the more detailed the plan, the more dangerous the situation is. And what you can do is signpost them, or if you're watching this video now and you are not in a good place, there are lots and lots of organisations out there that will and can help you. So just a few: Rethink Mental Illness, Mind, they're the big ones. There's obviously the Samaritans, specifically for suicide. There's in actual fact, there's a suicide prevention app which you can get on your iPhone, and there is the National Suicide Prevention Alliance. Loads of resources on there. Loads of helps and friendly ears at the end of a telephone, and they will help. And, you know, don't suffer in silence. Make that phone call, talk to that friend, talk to a professional, open up, and just remember this: it does and will and always gets better. Take care, stay well, be happy. Bye.